Hello and welcome back to Saber Outdoors. My name, of course, is Mark Alexander, your wonderful host. And guys, today we are working with the Dusor survival kit, guys. It says 21-in-1 survival kits, best gift for a man. I don't know whether it's the best gift for a man, but I definitely would have accepted it as a gift for me. But guys, I've never heard of Dusor, and of course we've tried survival kits before in the past, and we probably will again in the future. But guys, I am testing this kit as if I have nothing with me. I'm testing it as if my truck's not just out of sight. I'm testing it as if I don't have a pocket knife in my pocket, because you should always have a pocket knife everywhere you are allowed to have a pocket knife. And guys, let's go ahead and get into our thing. But first, I'm gonna put you down on the table where you can see. All right, guys, so let's get this open and see what we have inside. Well, the first thing we have is we have a good hard case. Now, guys, I am expecting this is not a waterproof case. So if you're expecting waterproof, don't, because most of the time I have found these are not waterproof. They're water resistant. Like if it got a little bit of rain on it, I don't think it would be soaked on the inside. But if you drop this in a bucket of water, which we have done in the past, I don't think that it would survive very well. Let's move the box to one side. And let's open up our kit and see what's inside of it. Guys, there is nothing on the box to indicate that there is anything of note inside of this. I don't know if there are really good knives, really terrible knives. I don't know if there are compasses, cordage, what is inside of this box. But we're about to bust it open, and first thing we have is an emergency blanket. Guys, these really are a one-use emergency blanket kind of deal. I would not trust myself to ever fold this back up and put it back in here. So we're just gonna leave it in the package and put it to one side. So we have a bracelet, and inside of that bracelet, everything's in plastic, which means it should be really difficult for it to get wet and ruined. But let me take me a knife. Does this thing have a knife? Let's take a look. Oh yes, we have a knife fork spork combination. So let's and it's got a little bit of cordage if you want to put it around your neck or something. But we're gonna pocket our trash, and we're gonna take our fork spork combo, and we're gonna almost cut our finger and open this up. So this is not a super duper point on that spork, so this is definitely a cutting deal. Not bad on the edge. We'll look at this a little bit later. But pocket our trash like we always do, and we've got our deal here. So this actually has a sparker on the a striker and flint. Let's get our black. You have to make sure to get that black, whatever that coating is, off, because it won't work for sure with that on it. But well, guys, I thought this would be an easy win on this, but oh, there we are. Guys, let's we'll test this whenever we get to our fire making portion of this video, because I'm sure there's more than this to make fire with. So we're going to set this to one side, and we're going to actually take a look at our spork knife combo, and it also has a bottle opener. Why do these all have bottle openers on them? I don't know. And there's like some chimping or whatever that is on there. But we also have the case, and the case is not useless either. The case actually has a whistle on it. So works pretty good. Took me a minute to figure it out. I put too much lips on it, but it does work, as you all heard. So let's give it a try on this. I have a stick here, just a piece of willow I found on the ground, and okay, so Not a bad knife for what it is. I mean, you could make shavings with that to make a quick feather stick. See, quick feather stick, not a problem. So actually, that's not too bad. It's uncomfortable. This, whatever this is on the back of this, is uncomfortable because you can see on my thumb that it's actually marked my thumb some from where I've used it just now. But we're gonna put this down. We're gonna put this down. We're gonna get to more stuff. All right, guys. So this is, I did not know what this was for a long time. This is made for a drink bottle that you can snap that around the top of it. And I actually have a drink bottle here, and I'm gonna put something on top of my fire thing so it doesn't fly off. But we're gonna take our snapper and snap her on there, and boom. Seems to work pretty good. And it has a good snap on it, and it's Velcro. I didn't know that. But that should work well if you've got a pack, or if you want to put it on your belt loop or your belt if you have a belt on. Seems to work pretty good for that purpose, and it's not hard on there where it will mess anything up. So very good for this purpose. And let's let a little pressure off. Yep. And move on to our next item. This better be a compass or a watch, because this looks very, very fancy. Let's see if we can get it open. Maybe so fancy. Oh, that is a nice compass. Let's see if our compass is pretty correct. We're gonna go on a app and see what the app says compared to this compass. Uno momento. All right, so I have my phone pointing north to south, and I'm gonna bring this up to you, and you tell me, do you think that's pointing somewhat close? I'll give you a moment to tell me. So, I can tell you, no, it is not pointing very good. Guys, this is a very cheap compass. This is actually probably one of the worst compasses that I have seen, but it has a really, really pretty case, so I guess we can say it's got that going for it. But and I'm sorry if you can hear any wind noise. I can't really do anything about that, but I'm sorry all the same. We're gonna set that to one side. We're gonna look at our next thing, and our next thing is a actual striker and such setup. This one's where I can just open it without having to have a pocket knife. So we're gonna set that down again, pocket our trash like always. Now, okay, so this is a pretty significant, significantly large one of these. Let's get this black coating off somehow. Is there a good way to get it off? I can get a little spark with this. Not bad, not bad. But like I say, you got to get that black coating off. Whatever this black coating is, it will never spark with it on it. But we can get some reasonable sparks out of this. We'll set it to one side and we'll test it against that wrist deal as well. So the next thing is something you may not think of for a survival kit, but if you have this in your car, these little small screwdrivers might be the reason that you get going or get not going. Because this flat screwdriver, you can do hose clamps with that. This Phillips screwdriver, there are a ton of Phillips head screws when it comes to vehicles. You know, not necessarily even cars and trucks, but even four-wheelers and various other off-road machines. But that's a really, really good thing to have in this kind of survival kit. Something I had never seen before in one of these. Guys, this has got to be the most extensive fishing kit I have ever seen in one of these kits. That is cool. So there is 2 plastics, 2 sinkers, 2 bobbers, 2 little tiny, those little chartreuse looking things. Those are bobbers. That is great. And like, it looks like they put me like 20, 30 feet of line in this thing. This is great. My box. Apologize, had to go pick up my trash. Last thing I need is to be that guy that's trashing the place up. But that has a serious hook inside of it. That is a really big, like, it appears to be a hook setup meant to throw out and leave. Not a setup that you would sit there and you would set the hook on like we would usually use. So this is a really neat little thing. Is it only got one hook? Only one hook. So probably if this were mine, I would add to this, but it's still a really good small fishing kit. All right, we have a box, a mystery box. I do not know what is in the mystery box, but we are about to dump it out and find out. Maybe. Oh, okay, we've got our knife. So guys, we won't have to use the kitchen knife no more. This is pretty significant, good feeling knife. It does have the plastic scales to it, which makes it feel a little bit cheap. But before our box blows away, I'll put that away. But guys, we'll get our stick back over here. And you can see our deal from before. So let's see. Oh yeah. And this feels infinitely more comfortable. But it's not near as controllable. And also, right where I want to be working is serrated. I do not like serrations on my knife. I do know that they would help if I were doing this kind of deal, but you can see that they're so aggressive that I would have to have a hold on both sides or something like that. It would be more efficient that if I were to do this and I can get through the stick way faster. But as far as knives go, this is serviceable, but it's not exactly what I would like. Now, this does have a spring loaded on it, so that's one thing also. If your hands are compromised from cold or whatever, all you have to do is push that back part. We have a whistle. And this is a double whistle, so this should be extra, extra, extra loud. So for all of my people that are listening to this and not wanting to have their ears blowed off, here is your warning. 3, 2, 1. Pretty loud setup. Not bad, not bad. And it's solid. One piece. I don't think this would ever fail on me. So that's a really nice setup there. So far, this kit's been really, really nice. Like, I haven't found anything that just, it is immediately horrible. Other than the compass. The compass wasn't that great. Now, guys, I already know before I get started, there is no batteries in this light. So guys, if you are going somewhere and you get stuck, you're out of luck because you have nothing to work with as far as this light goes. So the light gets a fail. And that's why it's important, guys. Open these up before you get going. Now, here we have a glass puncher, so boom, we can hit a piece of glass and get through with it. But also, we have a writing pen. Now, guys, I don't know why they always put a writing pen into these survival kits. I don't know if it's like to write your last will and testament, or maybe write your name before you pass away. But, ow, guys, I just poked myself with the other. I think it's getting its revenge on me. This does not pull apart. Now, this gripping does make for a really solid grip if I were breaking glass with it. But this is kind of one of those useless items that they put in. You know, if I'm in a situation I need to break glass, I have to get in here, find the thing before I can actually punch the glass out. This would be more to save somebody else rather than yourself. Because if it's in this box, it's probably out of reach of where you're sitting if you're in your car. But we'll set that to one side. Pocket this. Now guys, every one of these comes with these little commando saws. These commando saws are useless because most of them are too cheap to have been made well. They do make these well, and you can cut. I have seen quite a number of veterinarians and such cut off horn and all kinds of other things with this type of saw, but they never put a good one of these saws in these kits. So I'm not even going to test this, I'm just going to put it up. Alright, we got us a good carabiner. And when I say a good carabiner, let me show you what I mean. So most people, they see a carabiner and they see where it goes. It does that motion there. But a good carabiner, a climbing carabiner, it will have that steel sleeve. Now, there's no way for that to come out, come loose. I can't rub it up against a rock or a stick or something, and when I do that, my line go, sorry about your luck. You know, I'm not gonna have to worry about that with this good carabiner. Now, I will say it feels light. This feels like aluminum, not like steel. So I am expecting that this is bendable, and yeah, in fact, I can move it with just my strength, and that's before I put any serious like climbing weight on this. So this would be good to like put it on your side, put it on your back, but I would not trust this to climb with. This is too light to climb with. But it's made after that style, so you might think it would be good enough. Now, we have a survival card, and I think, do we have a explanation? Do we have an explanation for this survival card? Let's see. Yes, multifunctional pack card with ruler, flathead screwdriver, rope cutter, can opener, helix wrench, etc. So we'll put this in the thing before it blows off. So guys, I have found that these are not all that great. You know, bottle opener, we had one of those. Another bottle opener or rope cutter, we had one of those. A screwdriver, we had one of those. Now, the wrench thing only goes up to about 1/4 of an inch. That's not a lot of stuff. This is just kind of a gimmick. I do want to someday get into a Grim card and see how they stack up against one of these, but this I'm going to call a gimmick and not even take it out of the wrapper. Now, this is something that I dearly love that they sent, and we are going to try these out. They also sent cordage, good cordage, so yay them, but I'm not going to spend much time on that. So, they sent us, and I did not expect for this to be a thing, they sent us actual tinder to start a fire with. That is really valuable stuff. So, what we're gonna do, I have a steel pan here, so I don't have to worry about ruining the nice table that we're using. The place that I am at would not thank me for ruining their table. But let's take these out and give them a look, see what they are. One thing they are is dense. This appears to be jute. Jute is natural twine, but look, you can spread that jute, and I could actually take these apart, and I think I will actually for this one. I can take these apart, and that's 4 individual fires, boom, without me having to do anything else. And I'm gonna set those 3 in the corner, and we're just going to work with this one. Now I can break this one down even farther. Look, if I undo this thing, I can spin it out to be even finer, and spin it out. I can take my knife and I can fray those ends up. And look, that's really, I think that will take a spark a lot better than it would have before. There's a nice little soft bit there. But guys, we're gonna try them out because that's what we do here. We try stuff. So I've got my striker here and I'm just gonna strike. Boom. Struck and made. And it's holding. This is coated in probably wax. I don't know what kind of wax, but you can see I still have a flame for this long with a quarter of this. If I were to add another one, my fire would last me for very easily long enough to get a fire going with just this. And you can see I've got plenty of time. I'm tap dancing right now in order to fill time while this is still burning, because I think this will burn a lot longer than you all will want to watch just doing nothing. But guys, keep in mind, I still got 2 of these left. So it's just gonna sit here and burn and burn and burn and burn. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my little handy dandy pocket knife and I'm gonna move that fire to one corner. Can I pick this up? I can pick this up. I can pick this up like a thing. And it does not go out easy either. Watch, watch, watch. I bet it'll come back just with the wind. No, it finally went out. But guys, that's really, really good and speaks very highly of that tinder. I don't know what this tinder is, but it's really, really high quality. I will say that for it. But guys, we're also going to test our wrist thing here. So let's get this broken apart. And I'm just going to break apart the end. I'm not going to break apart the whole thing like I did last one. I'm going to take my pocket knife just like before, and I'm going to scrape to make fine, fine, fine shavings that will take a spark. See that fluff there? That fluff there? We're gonna take that off of there for sure. We're gonna put it all together here, and we're gonna take our wrist piece and we're gonna try our luck getting a fire with it. So let's try our luck. Our wind's trying to blow my tinder away. That and this is not as easy as the other. And there it is. We have fire. Oh, fire went out. Spoke too soon. Let me turn it over where I've got more of the little small fibers. I burnt all my little fibers up and put them out before I got so excited. All right, guys. Now I'm gonna not pick it up immediately, but very good, consistent, usable fire. You could light this away and then put it into your tinder very easily, but we're gonna go ahead and burn those up. I'm saving this last one for a rainy day. All right, guys, so we have been through all the items in this kit, and I will have to say the item that definitely I liked the best has to be the fire tinder. Guys, this tinder is really, really good. I never tried this style of tinder before. You know, I've used cotton balls like a lot of people have, but I've never used, I'm guessing this is jute. Soaked in paraffin wax or something. I don't know. It's really, really good stuff though. I was very impressed with that. Another thing I was impressed with, if I can find it, is, let me actually pick 2 things I'm impressed with. I'm impressed that they thought to put in screwdrivers. Screwdrivers are something that most of these kits do not think to put in, and these are real screwdrivers. These are not screwdrivers like what was on that survival card that they're not going to do the job nearly as well as a real screwdriver like those. Also, this fishing kit. I really liked this fishing kit. Now you might ask, well, why didn't you go fishing with it? Well, let me tell you, it's about 45, maybe 50 outside, gloomy as can be, and the wind is roaring. I'm sure you have heard it more than once during this video. So guys, fishing is pretty tough today and has been tough for a little while. So we're not going to be using a fishing kit just yet, but maybe we'll circle back to this. But in the meantime, we're going to take our stuff and get it all put back together, every bit of it, and we're going to tell you all about those memberships that we got. Guys, if you want to be ahead of the game, if you want to see inside, undercover kind of things, if you want to see how quickly do I get these done, how ahead am I, all of my content, as soon as I put it on the internet, is available to members and members only. I do not allow anyone to see my content before it goes on the internet. The only person that sees these before they hit the internet is moi. It is nobody else. If you want to be part of the crowd that sees this content early, want to see more of this kind of content, one, comment down below, I'd like to see more survival boxes, and also pay the $5 to a local creator who didn't make, you know, this cost money, this kit. I didn't make any money off of this video from ad revenue. Only way that I make money off of YouTube is if kind people get memberships and watch the videos early. But that's enough of my commercial for myself, my plug. I'm just gonna thank you so very much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notification, subscribe, because that is important. We need to get that subscriber count up so that we can go do more big adventures and get that sweet ad revenue. But in the meantime, thanks again for watching. We'll see you somewhere in the woods or on the water.